Let's go.
Hey, yo.
Gang. Last year trying to warn them, this year I destroyed them. Fish talk of the city, now I'm the one they annoy with. Instead of spilling emotions, it's Hennessy in the morning, the cheap suits in the afternoon with more Henny porn.
Yes, sir.
Fellas.
I'm back.
Finally. You take a month off?
I had some stuff to do, man. Damn.
He wasn't doing shit. He was only graduating.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean,
I had another
50-year-old graduates, I didn't know they were in, so
Wow.
just saying.
It's never too late, buddy.
Did you get a remedial bachelor's?
Yes, it did.
Oh, it wasn't an associate's? I thought you had your associates.
I already have my associates.
No, like you just got it, like last week.
No.
Medical assistant?
Yeah. I just do
Throwing
IVs.
away the book career?
I just do IVs now.
Liberal arts degree in Microsoft Paint.
That's what I'm talking about. I had that in middle school.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you even have paint when you guys were in middle school?
Yeah,
you were
we
too
had
young
art
for
class.
that. How old are you?
33.
He probably had paint.
You probably have paint.
Yeah.
Okay. But you never played Oregon Trail?
Nah, you didn't play Oregon Trail because
No.
that ended when I was young.
Damn. What else I missed out on?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Huh?
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Oh, well, also everything that we were talking about in the car too. Apparently, I missed a lot of things.
Yeah.
We grew up in the same neighborhood. Apparently,
See,
neighbors, damn near.
he's a Marbach denier.
Denier.
I
You're
would
a
be.
denier, dog. You don't want to act like you from there, man.
I'd be too. And nothing good ever came out of Marbach.
I came out of Marbach.
Exactly.
All right.
I don't know if you did. You come out of there or like
Yo, relax.
that's a little.
Relax.
I mean, I know you.
I'm a little bit more sophisticated now. We got to step up our stuff.
I know you're
You
on
see-
the. I know you're on the
you
tip
see
right
where
now.
I'm at right now.
You're on the pipe.
I'm on the tip right now. You know what I'm saying?
Pipe boys now. Huh?
New character unlocked.
So you take 3 weeks off, and you're a pipe god already.
I got my degree,
Sure,
and then I became something different. I came back distinguished.
you're a pipe god.
I'm a gentleman now. You know what I'm saying? So watch how you talk to me now.
I told you. Look, he needs to have the little
I might
the
just turn,
twisties.
I might just turn it up.
You
I
need
might
the twisties.
I might just
See
turn
what
up my
matches.
mustache on you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to grow the mustache out a little bit
I
longer.
might just, twist it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was graduation, by the way? Before we
It was cool. A lot of people were mad at me though
about graduating.
about not inviting.
Look, this is a conversation, man. Why do people get upset about a lack of invitation?
Well, I mean, I'm not a self-celebratory dude, so I don't really think a lot of shit is not a big deal. That's actually a big deal.
To people,
So, even some family that showed up, I didn't put the invite because I didn't want nobody to go out of their way. Just, my mom is the only one. She was coming from South Carolina, but
yeah.
I didn't want nobody going out of their way. I'm not fucking 22 years old graduating out of fucking
I
college.
really
We know
appreciate
that.
that you didn't invite me
I know.
because I wouldn't have gone anyway.
I know.
Damn.
I already know.
It's a waste of time,
Yo,
man. It's like
I think Ty was angry because Ty wanted to do some fuck shit.
why?
I don't
Bring-
know, dog.
bring an air horn?
Like he would randomly just send me a text about what he was gonna do. Like he was doing this for weeks. What he was gonna do at my graduation. Like, dog, what is your fucking problem? Do you need a therapist? Like, if I was at your graduation, I would have done this. I'm like, what the fuck? Why you keep taking aim at my graduation? I didn't do that shit at your graduation party.
I don't know if he really would have done it, but
Fuck no. He's
But
just
it's
really
funny
dark,
to talk
man.
about.
I'm like, hey, Ty, I'm not gonna be your punching bag, dude.
I mean, you're most people's punching
I
bag.
think I went to Ty's graduation.
You went to his, I went to his graduation party, and then I forgot that I went.
Yeah, I think I went to that, and I went to the party they had at TGI Fridays or something. I forgot where they went. They went to that restaurant.
I
What's
don't
that?
even remember going.
Off I-10 in Callahan. I forgot. Embers.
I kind of feel bad because I told him I was going and I'm on the way. Never showed.
True.
Something came up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I knew it would.
And then you can't call somebody from inside of like an arena though.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't hear you.
It's kind of boring too, man. You just sit there and just hear all the
It
names.
really was. I cut out early. I left like mad early.
Like right after they called your name.
They called me. I went and got my shit. I sat down, and I realized we had a huge fucking class. And I just was like, what am I waiting for?
How many people?
My number was 3,098.
Dog.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
And I was
3,098,
I-
and
that
it
was-
takes. Let's just say it takes like
like, that was my number.
how fast do they call the names? Like every 10 seconds type
They
thing?
were going. Yeah, they were.
They were going. So
It
even
still
then,
was-
10
it was-
seconds, 5 seconds is times 3,000
Yo,
is a
that-
lot.
No,
That's crazy. Your
I
number
was number 3,090.
How long was it? Like a 4-hour graduation?
It was. I wasn't going no 4 hours. After I sat down, I just was like, all right, what am I waiting on?
So your name was
I'm waiting
in
to just do the tassel thing. Ah, fuck it.
your name was in the 3,000s.
Yeah, that's my number.
So there could have been like 6.
No, we didn't even go by names.
What?
We didn't.
You just went by
We
number?
didn't go in alphabet. Yeah, we didn't go by
Like we
alphabet.
did a raffle.
They didn't even call your name. There's like number 2,000.
No, I'm just saying we didn't go in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Oh,
fuck
that's
it.
crazy.
Once I sat down, I just was like, am I just waiting for the tassel? Fuck it, I got what I need. I started texting. Ren was like, hey, if y'all ready to go, I'll leave. And she was like, you just gonna get up and go? You ready to go? She was
Yeah,
like,
see, I would have been kind of mad to go
I got the fuck
all
up.
the
I'd be out,
way,
man. Fuck that.
fighting traffic, dealing with people parking, and then just for you to walk out 10 minutes later.
Nah, they had some little speeches and their little stuff beforehand. But
Man, you
we
don't
weren't
give a
there
fuck-
long.
you don't give a fuck about
I
them
don't give a
speeches.
fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah, exactly. What you talking about?
Give me my
Congratulations.
shit, call my name, mail me my shit.
I
got
couldn't
right.
work for the school district, man, or for college or anything like that. Because after I call the name, I'll be like, congratulations. Now you can make $18 an hour.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm glad they didn't.
Hey, I hope you come back from this debt.
Radical Ricky over here,
Savage.
fresh from scandal.
Oh,
My
we might as well just get right into that.
I'm honestly shocked that this is the one that did it, but it's all good.
You know what? If you could give a brief rundown of like the things that you think would have got you in trouble up until
Why?
this.
So he could get in trouble for it again? What's this?
I don't give a fuck. But
We know.
I'd say that like the more public ones that have happened was when I had to fire, the guy that was working for me was my pitmaster
Yeah.
up at Holy Smoke, David. Not to bash the guy or anything like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got his own, problems he's got to deal with and
Sure,
shit like that. But it was a messy scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't good. It wasn't working out. I tried to make it work as best as I could, but sometimes when you deal with people with like, substance abuse and
Sure,
deep
yeah.
depression and all that stuff, I mean, you can only do so much to help somebody, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I part ways. I had the conversation face to face. I try to do it amicably. I try to do it,
Privately?
with respect and like even a little bit of an exit. You know what I'm saying? Like help. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I ain't just gonna cut you out. I'm just like, here's a little something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's just like immediately a month later, after I gave him the money a couple times, even when he hit me up saying that he was hurting for money even more,
Mm-hmm.
after I had given him an exit. I gave him more money. I gave him like $3,000 extra. You know what I'm saying? Just because I felt bad. Dude got a kid, and I know he's got a drinking problem and all that shit. But he went on Facebook and started going at me, and you know how I get. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Yeah.
I do not ever in person, on internet, whatever. It could be face to face. It could be on the internet. Like I'm gonna speak up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
You're
Hold on,
definitely.
hold on,
He's not
hold on,
one to
hold
shy
on.
away from.
Before you go any further, see, this is why I should never take breaks from the show.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneur,
Yes.
4-time
like
streets legend,
six at least.
Ricky Ortiz is in the building.
Ricky Ortiz is in the
No
building.
intros, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's probably the smallest brief intro I've ever seen you do.
I had to. Well, we've had him on the show.
You're usually like riding people's sack when you're introducing them.
Good gracious.
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm
But yeah,
saying?
man, that one.
Appreciate it.
My boy, Elder hit me up. He's like, "Yo, like the news might cover this because this dude went on Facebook." Just
But you know
talking
somebody
all
named
sorts of-
Elder?
Huh?
You know somebody named Elder?
David Elder.
Oh, like I thought you
Seats.
meant like his first name is like Elder.
No, I always say Elder because Elder,
Got you.
is. So he
I was like,
hit
that's
me
a
up.
crazy name.
He saw the drama on Facebook, and I know other publishers and writers had seen it.
Yeah.
And because they follow me and stuff like that, and I'm like, all right, it's a bunch of drama. And he's like, yo, the news might cover this one because it's pretty like it's all over Facebook about you guys.
Yeah.
But that's
beefing
when they
and
still
stuff.
liked you, though, right?
Yeah. A couple of them still like me, man. And even the ones that don't, like, we after conversation, like, we're cool now, you know what I mean? But anyway, on that one, I thought that one was going to make the news because, like, that was in the peak Holy Smoke era where we were popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were probably the most popular food truck in the city. So, there's
Shout out to Holy Smoke, man.
There's been a couple other ones. We're gonna bring it back. I'm partnering up with I'm teaming up with one of my tenant trucks that's there busting Q, and he's gonna be doing Holy Smoke. So I gave it the blessing, and we got a deal going. He's got a truck being made right now by Cruising Kitchens, and it'll be ready hopefully here in a month.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
So we'll bring back Holy Smoke and get it popping with that. But yeah, man, I mean,
So safe to say we'll get the brisket birria tacos back.
oh yeah, we're bringing all that back.
Okay,
You knew just once.
bro, that was my shit when Holy Smoke was around. Telling you, man. Once I got word that it was coming back, I was ready.
But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it's been more than 4 businesses because if you count the ones that I don't do anymore, like Doughboy, Holy Smoke, Wrigleyville. I mean, I think in the last 4 years you could probably call it like 9.
You did
right?
do Wrigleyville too, didn't
Yeah.
you?
I also did that truck Aroma, the one that made it on HBO.
Yeah.
That we did the HBO feature, but then that was another one. Had a bunch of drama with that one, and that one didn't go too public because I kept it quiet, man. I mean, like people have their fallouts. You know what I'm saying? And I have a good reputation and I have a bad reputation. I know what my bad reputation is when it comes to, like from the other side of it would be more like I'm cutthroat or people have said shady, but there ain't no shady shit that goes on. It's just like I don't tolerate bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So like if there's a couple scenarios and they're all pretty much the same things that will happen that will make me want to exit relationships with people.
Yeah.
And it's substance abuse because I'm willing to help, but at a certain point you can't help because
There's no trust there.
there's no trust, and sometimes people are just lost.
You can't help who doesn't
I have-
wanna be-
I
people
have
don't wanna be helped.
Deep empathy and sympathy, and I try my best to help people, especially the people that I've allowed into my circle, to help them find their way. But I know pretty quick when there is no way to be found, that they're lost. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like some people are just lost souls. They ain't never gonna be shit, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, I mean, I'm not the type to. I got a wife, I got kids, I got bills, I got real important shit going on.
Yeah, things to
I'm not
think
gonna,
about like that,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna let myself drown to save somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it had to be like a sibling for me to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like to where I would go above and beyond. But I'll do enough, but I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna drown for you. You know what I'm saying? The other one would be the super egotistical macho type Marbach bullshit with the egotistical Marbach dickheads. I mean, straight up, man. Like, and you already know the type,
that's
man.
Kai's world,
You
man.
already know the type. Let's just say because I used to be one probably too. But the big lifted trucks, they're probably a Cowboys fan. I mean, I was just fucking with Cowboys. Not even the Cowboys. The big
Might
lifted
be.
trucks, like walk around
With the
like-
lights?
Yeah, with the big lights and fucking flashy. Acting like they never had money before, and once they taste a little bit of success, it's like, they're God's gift to the world.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to think those big trucks were kind of hard though.
They're cool.
Those nice
They're
white
cool.
ones with the light,
But now that I've actually have tasted success a little bit, like I think that it's definitely compensating. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
said, now that I've tasted success. I thought he said, now that I have taste and success. I was about to say, damn,
Damn,
Rick.
that's some
that too. Now that I have
nasty
taste
cocky
and-
behavior.
Now that I have taste and success, nah, man. Like, I'm about to trade my shit in for a Prius, probably, man. Just be low key.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, anyway, so the super egotistical type, I fucking hate it, man. Like because I turn that on when I need to, when I feel like sometimes you gotta act like you're the fucking man because I am the man. You know what I mean? But
The confidence.
I don't have the confidence. You gotta have confidence. If you don't have it, then you can't really. It's hard to always be out there, grinding and pushing yourself to get it. But I keep that in check. Because I'm not really like that all the time. I'm pretty humble and I like helping people and I really care about the people that I work with. But the egotistical thing always rubs me the wrong way because it's like, it's the same thing every time. They always knock other people that are around them to build themselves up.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm
sure,
saying?
of course.
And I've had multiple fallouts with them. I mean, Texas Front Yard, back when it was the Remedio thing and we had, our little beef or whatever, our little drama. It was the same type of scenarios, man. It's where it's like, people act like I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's just like you don't need to knock anybody else to bring yourself up.
If I gotta be small for you to be big, nigga, you ain't big.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And remember, they didn't even do that. That was more of a different type of scenario, but it was in the same realm. It was like there was conversations being had, and it was all he said, she said, and me and them are cool now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when it was going on, it was like well, why should we be paying Ricky rent when we bring all the customers to the spot? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So to me, it was like, you can't go get a spot at La Cantera and tell the owners of La Cantera that. Why are you trying to play me? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm giving you prime real estate on the Riverwalk in downtown San Antonio, why are you going to disrespect me and tell people, or even have that conversation amongst each other to where it's like, you don't see value in my space, so why should you pay me rent? But yet you'll go pay a big corporation a spot for a brick and mortar, right? And they ain't doing nothing for you. They didn't help you out when to get your start, to give you free rent off the ground, or help you with marketing, or help you expand your business. So those types of personalities I always struggle to like really be cool with, because I don't tolerate the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
And I think you know, just to add on to that, because you know, I don't know what it's like to have all these, you know, various businesses, right? But I see from afar, there's like, you know, I'm pretty sure the stress levels of people who try to kind of like, or once, maybe like you said, once they get the success, they start to feel like they got to say, or they can, you know, kind of make demands on what needs to be done of the person who's maybe providing opportunity. And I mean, do you find that to happen a lot more frequently than it should?
I look stupid doing that. We should just get a lighter. What do you call it? Man, business for me, in my experience, and what I've been through for the last 4 years that I've been in this restaurant, in the food and beverage business, it's probably no different in any other industry. I see it a lot, especially with the people that I've worked with and have become friends with that are business owners. Everybody is trying to get something from you. Nobody really has pure intentions of being your friend because they see something in you that's for them, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That can help
There's
themselves.
nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I move like that too.
No, that's
like,
natural.
why am I going to want to create a new friendship that doesn't have any sort of benefit for me at all?
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I said that there was never any genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to help you just because I want to help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I have that, but
You
it's
also have
like
that business side of you.
At some point, like, I'm not going to just help some random person that I see through it, and I don't think that they're ever going to accomplish anything, because, you know, I've been through that enough to where I kind of get a good read on people, and I know who's going to do what, and at least for the most part, right? I'm not always right, but so I do genuinely want to help, and I do love, you know, being a part of the process for some people. You know what I'm saying? But I think that we all have intentions. You know what I'm saying? We all have needs, and we all have,
of course,
you know, ambitions and goals and desires and all that stuff, right? So the people you allow in your circle, it's got to be mutually beneficial, right? You wouldn't be kicking it with Kai as much if he didn't have the same interests as you, right? I mean, money aside.
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, I know with relationships, one thing that you definitely want people in your circle to bring is either like information, wisdom, advice.
It's not just about money. It's about exactly. It's about information. It's about just, you know, really the same interests.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know, my interests are business, so I want to create friendships, long-lasting friendships with people that I can trust.
Of course.
That have that have integrity, that have good morals. And yeah, I'd love to be friends.
Who want to succeed in general,
because who want to see me succeed and who I want to see succeed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So why would I want to be friends with somebody that doesn't fit, you know, those goals, right, or doesn't fit that whole type of profile that I want in a friendship.
And you know, and I think just from, like I said, just from the outside, you know, where you want to see people succeed because you involve your, you know, family members, you know, to be a part of business as well, or to partner up, however you have it set up. I see that from afar too, and that's not somebody who looks like they don't want to see the people around them succeed. It looks like somebody who wants to uplift everybody, and you know, if you know you have the resources to do so, I think you're able to offer that. And I think I don't know if everybody offers that or they feel the same type of way, but I see that a lot in you, regardless of the negativity that you might hear. Which obviously, I think what we were getting to was the whole news thing that was going on.
I mean, that the whole thing is crazy, man. I didn't expect.
No.
I did not expect it to blow up as big as it did.
But real quick, this is the second time in a row, Ricky's second appearance, we're like in cigar setting. Can you tell us what we're smoking today?
I think I was doing a Liga Privada on the last one. I'm doing
a beginner's payback.
Foundation. What are you doing?
This is a payback? The beginner's joint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice, easy starter.
I wouldn't admit that.
Let's talk about what Kai's smoking, though.
Kai's
smoking pipe.
I really want to get to the scandal, honestly, but I want to really quickly, let's talk about your experience that happened before we got in here.
Sure.
Go ahead. You was getting instructed on
Yeah,
the
the guy
best
was-
pipe
On
for
the
you.
best pipe for him, yeah.
The best pipe for you.
Yeah,
one
and the
that-
guy was really invested, and he was teaching me how I should hang pipe in my jaw. And
He just wanted to find a good fit for you.
he just, yeah, he definitely wanted to fit.
Yo.
He wanted the right pipe to fit my jaw. Hey, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew I was going to have it in my mouth for pretty much the
Yeah,
rest
and it's
of my
going to be
life.
dangling there for a while, and you don't
Yeah.
want your jaw to get
He don't want
sore.
he didn't want my jaws to get tired. Hey, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
He was like,
Go ahead, man.
if-
Keep it going. You're
if
on
you
fire
wanna-
right
If
now.
you want to pipe it down, if you're the type to have pipe in your mouth, just make sure you get the right fit, or your jaw's going to be hurting all the time.
The funny part about this is while you're getting instructed
Yeah.
on how to pipe your mouth,
Yeah.
you keep looking back at
Yeah,
me.
where
I'm
were
feeling
you-
uncomfortable by
Because
the way.
you were like really close behind me on this.
I was not close. I was a good 8 feet behind you.
Because I know you, man. I know you was giggling. He was talking to me about how to pack it tight. You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
you know what?
Leave some space for
I
Jesus
was
in
really
there.
gonna let you rock. I was
not
really
gonna-
gonna let you rock and let you have it.
You were
and,
never,
you know,
you were never gonna let me. I really wanted.
I was gonna be quiet.
I really wanted a pipe, dog.
I could see that.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
looks good on you, though.
Yeah, I'm distinguished now. So
I hope that one fits you well.
I've unlocked. unlocked a new- as compared to what?
I mean, you put worse things in your mouth, I'm sure.
Jesus Christ.
Too far?
I can't engage.
You can't engage?
I already have enough scandals on my,
Yeah, you
under
don't-
my
you don't
belt.
want
I'm
no
good.
problems.
I don't
Let's
have
go
no
back to your stand.
After this episode, people will have suspicious
Oh,
thoughts
you're
about
done.
you.
You're fucking canceled.
It is what it is, bro.
It's
It
all right,
is-
man.
It is what it is.
You want the
Hey,
cancer.
man, to each his own. It's 2024.
Yo, it's really ridiculous how many of my friends and stuff are getting like Facebook jail and bans and stuff like that. I'm like, dog, have y'all not seen the shit that I've been posting since like 2013?
Since forever?
I've never been in Facebook jail, never been in no issues, no nothing. I'm like,
No, you don't really
I'd be
push it.
over
You don't push it like that.
There was a time I was.
You never push it that hard.
Yeah, no. I
Nah.
see people do worse.
You're safe. You're PG-13.
I'm really not. When
Yeah.
I think
when
you're
I
so
was in my
you're so isolated
when I was
where you
really in my. It might be that.
I think you're isolated in your own world that you think that you're saying wild
No, that's
shit.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, just a thought. But anyway,
But I am on somebody's FBI list. Some of the shit I was saying.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
possibly.
I'm not talking about cancel culture. I'm talking about like,
You're Antifa for sure.
I was on some real political shit.
That's fair.
He was there January 6th.
Smoking a pipe.
Yo,
That's how they knew I could trust
Smoking
me.
a
Oh,
pipe.
he's one of the good ones.
yeah, he's a good one. And he's,
That's not the pipes they smoke. Dude, cracking.
Kai raided the oral office.
Yeah,
See, now this is the type of shit that gets you like Facebook jail. That might be it, but you don't really talk like reckless like that.
Man, because I talk reckless on the show.
That's fair. And we're not banning you. You're kind of here for that.
Yeah,
We need the little toxicity in the show.
I am so proud of you that you got that word off.
I know I had a little, take a mental little
Normally
thought.
big words with X's in it. He doesn't really.
Yo, chill out.
He doesn't really do
Just 'cause
well.
I-
He can't roll his R's.
Just because you got your
He's some
associates
sort-
last week.
He's some sort of Hispanic, but
Yo, relax.
2 R's look like 4.
I'll get into it on the story of that part because
Just
like
'cause
you know
I
with the,
can't
whole,
roll
with the
my
whole
Rs.
news thing where they tried to call me a white supremacist.
It's bad, bro.
Okay.
They was painting you as some crazy shit. I was like, Rick.
From my view, let me describe what I saw happen.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then you take it away.
Yeah, tell me what you saw.
What I saw was I was minding my own business one day.
Oh, why does he always?
I was.
He's always innocent in his stories.
And I was strolling through my
I
innocent
was just
feed,
picking
right?
flowers on the side of the road.
And then I was strolling through my innocent feed that I have that's not full of what looks like a
Homoerotic.
sick, perverted human being.
Sure.
It's none of that, right?
No.
So I'm scrolling down and I see this looks like a banner, like a post, right? And it has a image of a Edgar haircut.
Yeah.
I call them Marbach cuts, same shit.
Marbach mop. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm not gonna let you guys talk bad about the Marbach miracles.
wow.
Okay?
Y'all
Y'all call them Edgars. I call them Marbach miracles.
I really am happy for you that you hold it down
I do.
the way you do.
I do.
But some of us get out. You stay in.
The world's a big place, man.
Yeah, I know.
There's other places to go.
I traveled the world and came back.
It's bigger than
That
Marbach.
tells you how much I love it.
I don't know if you're supposed to use that on your pipe, but it might burn a little bit.
I'm really not.
Just concerned, I'm just helping you
You
out.
got me spilling guts everywhere after.
But let's
Pipe in
not-
my mouth.
Stop distracting me.
All right, go ahead.
So I see this Edgar post, right? And
Yeah.
I'm all like, okay, cool. I'm Hispanic, and I know you. So I know that my view on this shit is gonna be different than the outside world. I'm thinking it's funny.
Of course.
I'm like, oh, it's a joke. Not only that, we're Hispanic. We can make jokes about our own shit. Like
Exactly.
shit that
Should
happens in we should be allowed to,
You
right?
should be able to, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just wondering, is he really gonna do this? If he does, it'll be hilarious.
Absolutely not.
That's all I thought.
That's fucking wild. Yeah,
But I
said
didn't
it, but
really think he was gonna do that. But in my mindset, I ran a scenario.
Yeah.
I did say, yo, what if I pull up to El Camino one day? This sign is outside. I don't know how to take it.
Yo, like
I might die of laughter. I have no idea.
it would be fucking hilarious.
It would be.
I didn't even do a double take at it. It wasn't until he starts posting about what's coming, and I was like, what the fuck did you do? Right? But then he keeps going, and I'm like, all right, there's funny, and then there's antagonizing. Like you're flirting with trouble here.
Sure.
I love it.
I be at the city council meetings. I know activists go hard in this city in particular. I'm like, if they get on you,
Yes.
because they ain't got nothing else to do, they're not going to stop until they get results.
I'll be honest. I didn't think nothing negative until I spoke to you.
Yeah, once it
I'm
went,
thinking jokes in my
national,
head
I
all
was
day
like,
long.
Shit.
That's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking, entertainment, comedy. That's all I'm thinking. Kai brought this could be
Because
something.
it went to Houston.
I
But
I saw that.
Houston was playing it fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seemed cool about it. They just,
They
And
laughed
I was
about
like,
it.
It was a topic.
I was like, that ain't gonna.
They
that
laughed
ain't gonna
about it,
last
and
long.
even the what do you call it, the state representative that they brought in, like
Yes.
said, is like it's obviously a joke, but it can get it is discrimination and this and this
But
and
some
this.
of the
And I'm
stuff
like,
he was
like,
saying, I was like, if that catches, it's gonna be a problem.
and it did catch a little bit, but man, it's an election year. People are outraged about everything.
Nah,
right
that's
now.
fair. That's fair.
Not for real. They're in their feelings. Everybody's in
fair.
their feelings. You can't post anything without offending
But
anyone.
here's the thing. Okay, let's say it's an election year, and people want to use stuff, right?
Yeah.
If people already start developing how they see you, and then people who are trying to get representative see your story and they feel it's more towards their lane, so they want to lean towards you, it only hurts you more. You
Hurts
know what
me
I'm
how?
saying? Let's say a Ted Cruz feels like you're being trampled upon, and he gets involved or starts, you'll be like, yo, Ted.
That's the funny part
Don't
about
get
it
anywhere
is
near me.
that I would clown Ted Cruz also. I don't want his fucking approval.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. It's like, don't come stand there when this ain't got nothing to do with you. But election year, people are always trying to. It's the same thing you just said. It's like everybody's. How can I benefit from this shit?
Oh, absolutely. Look at the guys that did the mural. You know what I'm saying? One is a previous tenant, El Camino, it's Cevichero. And
See,
the other
that
one,
I didn't know.
and then the other one is Jose Hoffman. He has a couple restaurants in town and stuff like that. And then there's like a barber or something like that. And then some video guy. I mean, look, man, it's a clout chase. You know what I'm saying? They saw the opportunity to make the mural and do play the race role in the indigenous thing, which was fucking hilarious. Because, I mean, come on, man. Like, them kids ain't getting that haircut because they care about the indigenous roots. I
Yeah.
seen Apocalypse, though, and the haircut was stupid as shit in there, too.
That was when I heard that was one of those moments where I'm like, everything doesn't have to go that deep.
It's
at
a
all.
clout chase, man.
Yeah.
The news is a clout chase. They don't care about
Well, sure,
the
they
facts.
need a story.
They don't care.
Of
They need a
course.
story. What did they do? What did Express and My SA do? Right?
And if it sounds
Who did they
negative,
interview?
it's better for them if
But
it
our
sounds
whole
negative.
society, our whole society is an outrage society that
Yeah,
wants
absolutely.
to tear something down. But the key point of that is they want to tear something down. They're not just saying shit because they want to say shit. They want to see something. They want to see the car
Yeah,
crash. They want to see the train crash. They want
Yeah.
to see you get destroyed.
of course.
They want to feel like they took.
That's a
that
story.
down. My thing was, if everybody got something to say, man, say y'all shit and let it play out. But when I know people actually want to see something, I want to see like a business hurt. That's the problem.
Well, and that's what I don't think the news had that intention. I think
No,
that
it's the people.
I think for them it was more the clickbait, right? And the people, I was never really stressed about it because if you look at 90%, 99% of the comments, most people
That's not a
thought
good,
it was
that's
funny.
not a good perspective. That is leaning. Those are people that are already that like your product and that like you. It's the people.
Even
that
on the Fox News one, the Yahoo one, the TikTok viral videos, people that don't even know me agree with it. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I was just
Sorry, Mike got twisted.
like I said. I was
There you
just
go.
concerned. I know certain groups once they get involved, they get involved, and I just was like, man, I don't want that shit to happen.
not worried about it, man.
No, I think I mean, as a friend, I could see where that's your concern,
Of
right?
course.
And you don't want nobody wants anything to happen to people we know, and and in this scenario, most likely it'll blow over.
Dog,
People
I
will
think
get
it's
over
really
it.
done, but he
have,
keeps
we
talking
literally
about
have
it.
a whole fucking president. And look at the shit that he said. You know what I'm saying? We had a whole president. Like, look at that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, outrage and you know, shock culture, all that stuff. Like, it's just a flash in the pan, man. It's a moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, now, unless you're on the other side of things where I would never want to go down where, you know what I'm saying? Like, where, you know, you see some P. Diddy shit or you see some R. Kelly shit, that's completely different.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, with this, it's just, that's all it is, man. It's just,
I just wanted
it's
you-
selective outrage.
I just wanted you, of course. I just wanted you to go after it was all said and done. I just wanted you to go. All right, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I see y'all sensitive about that. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
Nah.
No,
I don't think that's so. Anyway, now that I explained kind of how we saw it, how was like besides like once you start seeing the news and like, you know, how involved everybody was, like what were you thinking really?
I'd say it was maybe one solid day of a little bit of stress because of I only got a little stressed out when the news brought in the UTSA Latinx professors to call me a white supremacist or say
Yeah.
that I'm doing the work of white supremacy
Yeah.
for free.
certain shit
And then-
sticks, bro.
You know, and then see, so that exactly like you said, my worry was like, oh, they're gonna try and double down on this type of this narrative to create to paint me out
Something
to be
else,
because
yeah.
people thought I was white at first. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even see a picture of me. They just think that they're like, oh, a white guy said this.
Yo, that's what I was thinking. So I was like, wait, do they not know that he's Mexican?
Yeah, but see, the issue is
and brown.
Yeah, he's
the
not
issue
white.
is the issue is what I was concerned was it they're gonna do what they do, right? It's who after they do that, who doesn't feel comfortable standing next to you. That's the problem.
But you know me enough to know that I don't stand next to anybody anyway.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I'm saying. I'm trying not to say. You know what I'm saying? It's who feels uncomfortable standing next to you, and then you're worried about issues about, all right, how does this affect my business?
There's more important
Yes,
shit
for
going
sure.
on, man. Yes, sir. Oh, absolutely. That's cool. Yeah.
That's what I was worried about. Is like, all right, who is going to feel uncomfortable
You're fine.
standing next to you, and that would affect bottom line. That's what I was worried.
Nah, sales increased. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm telling you, man, like, it's not that serious. Like, they made
shouldn't have been.
It shouldn't have been, and it still wasn't even after attempt. So, you know, my San Antonio Express released that article, interviews the Latinx professor, all that stuff. A couple days go by. I send an email out to the publishers of the magazine, of the newspaper or whatever.
For sure.
And I'm like, yo, like, it's all, you guys are going to get me death threats. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a couple non-serious ones that I wasn't really tripping about, you know, just stupid internet shit. I'm like, it's all fun and games until somebody gets killed. You know what I'm saying? I was like, y'all are bringing in outside opinion to, you know, paint me out to be a racist when you don't even realize that I'm fucking brown, one.
Yeah.
And two, I can make jokes about my own subculture.
Yeah.
You know what
Yes,
I'm saying? I'm like,
for sure.
You're bringing in outside opinion that they're not even of the culture. You know
They're
what I
not
mean?
of the
Like
culture.
And then so anyway, so I interview with San Antonio Express, and I tell her that I have, you know, Kai hit me up. You know what I'm saying? We talked or whatever, and he brought on some good points to talk about, and I said it in the interview with them, which obviously never gets released because they only take
Bro,
they
they cut
only
that-
take
they
the
cut that
they
shit
take the
out.
little pieces out, right? But I have an interview with Rima, the one that, you know, had released the article with the UTSA professor, and I told her straight up, I wasn't even tripping. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even mad at you for doing what you did, but because this is your job.
Sure.
And the
Yeah,
news
and I
has a
thought that was
job.
big. I
The
thought that
news
was
has a job to create controversy, not really even deliver the news. They're going to take little clips and then they're going to twist it, and then they're going to bring in outside opinion on an opposing side to paint it to create controversy.
But they're
right?
not fucking care what happens after.
But they don't care what happens after, and that's the dangerous part. And I told her, I was
Yeah.
like, what you're doing, I understand it. I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at you. I was like, but you're going to get someone killed because this could get out of hand.
And that's going to create more. I mean, that's their ecosystem. It feeds into what they want. So let's just say he's got something to say. I mean, he's made a joke, and the Edgars didn't take that.
just
They
click.
didn't take that well. So now they want to vandalize his stuff.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Or run up on me, get me on camera, or whatever.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
There's always something. So
You know, anyway, so I said that. And then, you know, the other thing that I told her, I'm like, that Kai had actually brought out to me in conversation. I'm like, it's a good point is that I'm like, y'all are bringing in outside opinion to paint me out to be a racist when you don't realize that this is my culture. I'm like, she's like, well, she tried to tell me, she's like, well, I'm Latina too, and I'm from here. I'm like, I cut her off. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to be rude, cut you off or anything like that. I'm like, but you're not of the culture either. You're a Latina, but that's a very broad generalization to say. That's like, I mean, are you where are you from? Like, are you from Mexico? Are you from Argentina? Are you from Spain? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you Honduras? Like, from Honduras? Like, you know what I mean? Are you black, white, brown? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's all sorts of, being Latino is no different than being white. You know what I'm saying? You have all sorts of different subcultures that go along with that. Even if you're just Mexican, right? There's 1,000 subcultures there. If you're Mexican American, there's 1,000 subcultures there.
If you're from the north side or you're from the south side, you're from the west side.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm actually making fun and making these jokes and having my opinions on a subculture that I'm actually a part of. I'm like, do you have an Edgar haircut? And she's like, no. I'm like, well, then there you go. Does that Latinx UTSA professor, is he an Edgar? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know anything of that culture. I'm
like you didn't bring somebody of that in here.
Yeah, exactly.
To get their perspective.
I told her, I was like, I can make those jokes because I'm the equivalent to an Edgar when I was from 14 to 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? He knows. He's seen me with the stupid haircuts and the gold teeth and all that shit. I told her, I was like,
getting in trouble all the time.
Getting in trouble all the fucking time.
You know, just a small detail that I just remembered right now is the fact that I had people that, you know, I know outside, right? And just, you know, regular, just 9-to-5 workers. And they're like, have you seen this article? This thing on the news? There's somebody in San Antonio and like, you know, doing this whole banning of the Edgar cut. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, let me see how, like, I want to hear like from like a stranger, somebody outside of like my immediate circles and like, you know, outside of us knowing Ricky personally. And I'm like, let me hear like what their perspective is. But they're like, what's the problem? I'm like, see, this is real people outside, don't know nothing about this. And I'm like, this is like real perspective. A lot of people don't really have a problem with this. They think it's funny.
When my wife knew about it, and you know, she don't pay attention.
Yeah.
When she knew about it and she was worried, I was like, what the fuck? Because first, like, I barely saw the post. You know what I'm saying? I just started hearing the hoopla. And then when she heard about it, the hoopla before me, and she was concerned, I was like, oh shit, what happened to fucking Rick? What'd he do? That's when I started getting concerned. I was like, oh shit, if she knows it's an issue.
Yeah. Well, when I heard it, I didn't know they were talking about Ricky at first.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody else doing this shit? I was like, I know I saw like
four
a
bars
flyer.
posted
were
that
like
shit.
Super over,
they were focusing on me though.
Pronouncing your name too, by the way.
Because I mean, who's got the bigger, you know, following? You know what I mean? That was me.
Fair.
The other bars are a small following, a few thousand.
Yeah,
I got 67,000 on Instagram.
I don't know if it was Houston or I forget who was like super pronouncing your name like it was fucking Jalisco or something like that.
That was K-Sat.
Like, God,
K-Sat did that. Yeah, she was cool. But you know, again, I did a 30-minute interview with K-Sat, and they gave you 7 seconds. Like they got a clip of me laughing and a clip of me saying it was a joke, which is cool. I'm not even tripping. At least they gave me that, and they focused on, you know, the threats and stuff like that. But you know, man, look, I'm saying this, you know, here because we can have an open discussion and it's a longer format, and you know, maybe a few people will hear it and they'll get a better insight onto it. But it was half joke. And the other part that wasn't, that they clipped in with it, was my personal page where I talked about the Fiesta shooting and banning Edgars from the Fiesta shooting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a half joke. Obviously, they're not going to ban the haircuts, but they do need to step up security because Fiesta is dangerous. Why don't we go to fucking Marketplace anymore? You go to Marketplace? Market Square?
Man, I'm from San Antonio. I don't go to Fiesta.
Do you go to Market Square? No, right?
That's fair.
Like, did you go to
fair,
Carnival? When's the last time you went to Carnival? Exactly, when it was around. Did you ever go?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you went to Fiesta,
We talking years.
did you think that anything was ever going to happen? Was that always in your mind that like you might go there and some shit might go down?
Get stabbed for a $12.
You know, at
exactly.
that point in time, danger was part of the lifestyle. So,
And it still is. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's the crazy part, is that San Antonio is trying to grow as a city, trying to, you know, have this event and
Facts.
create and paint this nice picture of San Antonio, but then you have these dangerous ass events where you can go and you're either gonna get fucking in a fight for looking at somebody wrong, bumping into somebody, spilling a beer on somebody, stepping on some shoes. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the streets. Like, Market Square is not the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are places that tourists go,
Yes.
that San Antonio promotes to be a safe place to have fun, and you have 2 shootings 2 years in a row, and you have countless dozens of fights every single year. So my joke of ban the Edgars is obviously not going to fix it, because
But
it's not Edgars.
The funny part about it is, when you think about it, the whole city is doing some sort of jokes, right?
Of course.
If it wasn't the Eggers when it comes to fiestas, what's her name? What's the young lady with the big titties? In the blue that's always down there in the
Tell me more.
Oh, the Fiesta Sucia.
Yeah.
She used to work for me at Perfect
Everybody
10.
makes fun of her and the Elvis and stuff like that. Like the whole city was doing some sort of cultural fiesta joke.
It's like
Of course.
Austin. Remember the homeless person that ran for mayor, Leslie
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah, yeah.
something like that? Like, like the crazy, like it's every
They're
San
doing
Antonio
some
has
sort
its own.
of some sort of cultural icons and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that would be my thing. Is this my end of the day? Is this if you don't get our humor, cool. You don't get our humor.
Yeah.
Before you start making assumptions, hey man, don't watch what I say. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. Watch what he does. Watch his intentions. You can't paint nobody based on what they're. If my actions don't match how you paint me.
Yeah.
If you don't get the humor, you don't get the humor, and you can just say, "Well, that wasn't a funny joke." All right, humor is subjective.
Yeah, don't laugh at the joke. It's subjective.
It's subjective. So yeah, it might have been a little blue for you,
and
but don't try to paint me something that my actions don't
match up.
match
exactly.
up.
Yeah.
Because the one thing the last thing I'll say on that, all the Edgar bullshit aside, is that people can say what the fuck they want about, he hates his own people and
I'm
this
from
and
the
this and
culture,
this.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm from the culture. And the last time I checked, of most of the restaurant owners in town, who's actually helped countless small businesses get their start?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cost me money, money out of my pocket to help people out to get their start. Women owned, black owned, brown owned. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, who's done that? Me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like,
There's another community that you reaching out. Who's doing that?
the what?
With Ikechula.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm creating. I took on Ikechula as a project to see if I can, bring something new to a
Safe
community,
spaces,
to bring a
spaces.
fun, safe space to a community that I'm not even a part of.
So before they do all of the culture, like, hold on, I'm creating safe places for community that I'm not even part of. Don't talk about my humor. It's subjective.
Yeah.
Watch what I do. And I think that they should hope that all of this
Even
doesn't-
previous to having Ikechula, I've worked with multiple nonprofits for the gay community, for and then some for the AIDS Foundation, and then stuff with children, providing backpacks. I mean, I've been doing this shit for years, man. But you know what I'm saying. But I'm not tripping because obviously the media is going to take the one thing that I did that's controversial and shed light on that. And
Yeah,
then-
I think
then-
it's
Well, the thing is that they're not all the good shit that you do is obviously overshadowed by
Well,
one
that's the way
negative
it works.
story.
Absolutely, that's the way it works. Yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
what
that's
it's like.
just
if you're gonna do
natural.
your job in journalism, do your job.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it. And I think it was pretty big of you to let them know, hey, I'm not upset with you guys. I know you
I'm not
got to
even
do your
tripping.
job, but I know that you don't care about what happens after the story. That's the problem that bothers me. But you got to report. But if you're gonna do it, do it.
Reporting
if
is
you're gonna look
reporting.
me up, look
Yeah.
me up. Like really look me up.
Yeah.
And then weigh the scales.
The funny shit about that too that people overlook is the people that funded the wall. I mean, one of them's like a massive Trump supporter that was all about Trump 2020, build the wall, keep Mexicans out.
Yeah.
And he funded that wall and put an indigenous person on. That's what I'm saying. It's a clout chase. It's not genuine. It's fake as fuck.
Yo, that's wild.
You know what I'm saying? It's fake as fuck. It's on his shit. It's on his fucking profile page. You can go to Hoffman's page and boom, Trump 2020. But
Crazy.
I ain't got no beef with the dude, man. I don't know that dude for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't street shit, man. This is fucking, it's silly bullshit. They want to clout chase and they want to take advantage of the opportunity. It's no different than the news doing it too and bringing in outside opinion to get those subscribers to their page, right?
Of course,
The funny
yeah.
part about it is that it didn't even work. All they did was bring out more, attention to the Edgar haircut and blow it out of proportion, and so many people
Okay.
agree with it.
And what happened to business?
So other side
Skyrocketed.
other side of the field. Yeah, but a lot of that could be due towards even that could be a negative thing. Sure, bottom line works, but everything is intentional. Are you supporting me because you specifically hate this group? Or you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's for our side. I'm like, I don't want that shit either.
Yeah.
I don't want that either, man. It'll blow over eventually. It's already blowing over.
All right, let's other side of the fence it. Do you feel like you crossed the line from jokes to antagonizing?
Oh, absolutely. But that's the immature side of me that
Okay.
I'm never gonna fucking.
Okay.
I just
No,
can't. I'm
we
wired that way.
do real conversation, and for me, I just was like, at some point in time, I think Rick's antagonizing, and I don't think it's smart.
Man, I'm always antagonizing.
That's in his character.
Yeah, he do the 50 Cent thing, but 50 Cent do 50 Cent things because 50 Cent got 50 Cent money.
Hey, I'm not.
And even 50 Cent would tell you, hey, don't call me no mogul. Call me a rapper because I'm going to say and do some shit that I can get away
I'm
with
just
if
gonna
you
start
label
doing
me as a
stand-up.
rapper.
I'm gonna start doing stand-up comedy so that way I can say what the fuck I
That'll
want.
work.
That'd be a pass.
And
I
that's the
just was
thing.
like, yo, reserve that shit for the podcast.
You
But that's
hunger
the thing.
for more.
That's the thing, though. I
by
feel
the
like
way.
if I, this is who I am.
Yeah.
The post that I made is
And
who I
we
am.
don't
That's my
like it.
humor. That's my humor, right? You say you don't like it,
We don't like it.
but that's cool because I don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
doesn't care.
Like I don't. And like, oh, like as a business, you should this, and this. I'm like, man, that shit is dead. You know, there's brands out there being created right now. Like one's blowing up in Austin called like Raw Dog Running. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
It's a running group and it's called Raw Dog. It's a clothing brand and all that stuff. Like the era of being too PC as a business is like completely dead. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't give a fuck about the Starbucks and the McDonald's cookie cutter bullshit no more. They want some like real life. They want to know who the owners are. They want to know like the place has a spirit. You know what I'm saying?
I do feel you on that, but I wouldn't say it's dead because you're still in the cancel culture era. So while you could say that the era of that is dead, you can't stop the reaction, and the reaction can be destructive.
That's fine.
You know,
There ain't nothing they can do.
I feel you. I'm talking like a single man though.
True. But anyway,
Overall.
I'm not.
See that's. I just wanted to both sides of the fence.
Which I will say that
I was like, yo, that he needs to say that for hunger for more.
Yeah. I think, but I agree. Something you pointed out. Right now with the stand-up, I do think we're getting in a
Why are you
place.
talking like you burnt sugar with the cigar now? You got it now, don't you?
Yo, leave me
Feels
alone,
good, don't it?
I'm in a comfortable space right now.
Okay.
Let me live, man.
All right.
Hey,
I'm just proud of you.
work about your pipe down talk over there.
Wow.
But you already made me forget my thought. But with the comedy thing, let's say you took that avenue, right? But one thing I do like about what I noticed in comedy, because especially knowing Kai, we talk about like stand-up comedy shit. That's our thing.
I want to
right?
do stand-up comedy at Camino.
Stand-up comedy will be
Yo, that'd
incredible.
be-
And one reason I'm bringing that up is because I do feel, and I've been watching a lot of like comedians podcasts lately, and just kind of their perspective on the state of comedy right now. And I do like, especially with the roast that happened a few weeks ago, that I think we're getting back to a place where you can do comedy again and actually
but
say
even
shit.
Tom Brady was uncomfortable with that shit after.
I don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody cares.
But the fact that you got to have some top comedians come in there
Or
and say
amateur night.
and say some
Discover
wild
some people.
shit like we used to hear back in the day, which we thought that people weren't going to be talking like that no more. And I like that it's being more open again. People are not being so sensitive to comedy topics.
Everything always overcorrects after a while.
Man, we can't act like that people haven't always been sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
the
Yeah,
people
that's
have
true.
always been sensitive.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we just come from
In the
a
60s,
different era.
in the 60s or whenever, when they got rid of segregation, do you think that people were not sensitive to those topics?
Oh,
I
of
bet you
course.
people were like, they literally had riots and all sorts of crazy shit. People are soft. They've always been soft. It ain't a new wave thing. It is not a new era, new age, new generation thing. People have always been sensitive.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's been Drake-ish.
Yeah.
It just was a different. We come from a different era.
No, it's just televised now. Now it's all over your phone.
Now it's culture.
Now you hear the opinion of some random person that you've never met and never will meet on the internet. You hear it in an instant. We didn't have
But
that back then.
there was never a time where sensitivity could be weaponized
True.
until now.
now, because of the
now
internet.
sensitivity is culture.
Yeah.
Now it's you can't say dead. You got to say unalive. I was like, huh? What happened?
Yeah,
It's
man, that's-
insensitive to dead people.
you know, it is crazy how we have to modify our terminologies now. It seems like
We don't.
No, you don't
just
have-
gotta-
you don't
just gotta
have
make
to.
a choice of dealing with what happens if you don't.
yeah, but I'm saying like in general, a lot of people now have
what
to
happens,
modify
though?
what they say, or you can. Like, let's say something as simple as the social media caption. You can't always use all the normal terminologies. And
But let's talk about what happens, though. What happens in outrage? Okay, obviously not with every scenario, because there are some scenarios where
Yeah.
cancel culture is justified, right? This whole Diddy
Facts.
thing, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Let's not act like I'm one of those guys who I definitely will say the internet is not a real place.
no.
Turn the shit off.
And the people
But-
in it are not real either.
Other side of the fence is people do lose opportunity, lose other things.
Absolutely.
If people rally and their voices get long, if you think that that's not a thing, you're crazy.
No, that is a thing.
That is
I
a
think,
thing.
I think that the mob does have power. You know what I'm saying? The mob,
For
of
sure.
the mob of people has power to an extent on certain topics, on certain things that are worth canceling for. You know what I'm saying? And that's great. But on the other side of that,
You
we're
know
talking-
me, you know what I'm
Yeah.
into. I see that all the time. You slip up, and I'm not defending, but you slip up, you have a bad day. You say something that's in your heart, but is the wrong thing, and you're gonna get doxxed, and they're gonna take your job. It only takes a couple of people to make a couple phone calls.
Yep.
It's a real thing if it's weaponized correctly. To act like it's not, you're not being.
You know what's
So
crazy?
both is right at the same time.
You know what's crazy? I always wonder how many people wouldn't be shit without the internet.
A lot of people, if an EMP
Me?
hit right now,
Yeah, many.
yeah, but we're talking about
No,
like,
not people.
we're talking
in
about
your
like,
position.
as a personality, as a person. If we had an EMP right now, you're nothing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, but there's a whole generation that
Like think about it.
when
Like
computers go down.
Like for example,
that's
you,
it for you.
You have businesses, right?
Yeah.
Which can also be discovered just by word of mouth
Just by
or
driving.
in passing.
Just
I
by
can
being
make, I can
hungry.
make flyers and
But
go out there and
people-
get it.
He's
yeah,
got a
yeah.
colorful
Exactly.
business with food and
You can go
aromas.
right back to the old school ways of like the
Easily.
flyers on the on the windshields and shit like that.
Easy.
But think about all the people who live behind a computer
That's the majority
and their
of the
business
world.
on the computer. Yo,
The
y'all-
ones that wake
y'all-
up at 4 a.m. and go running and then meditate.
Yo, these
Yeah.
people wouldn't be shit,
All the
man.
hustle bros, yeah.
All the hustle bros. Them bricks are falling down on them though. They getting exposed for their business now.
It's all bullshit too, man.
It's all bullshit.
All the hustle bullshit, all the hustle culture, all that stuff, it's all fake, man.
Alpha
Now,
males.
speaking of that, we was also speaking a little bit on, and I guess I do kind of want to get y'all's perspective because you've been MIA for a month.
Oh, before we go,
Sure.
you working on something? Are you ready to talk about it yet?
About what?
You're working on something big, right?
Something new?
Something new.
About what?
We've been,
I saw that you
we've been
were-
seeing,
you've
we've been
been in
Oh,
seeing
some
the,
meetings.
the pointing videos of pointing the papers to write things down and stuff?
No, is it
behind
with-
the
is it with
scenes
Davies?
shit?
Huh?
Is it with Davies?
Yeah, but I can't speak on that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I know that you're working on something, but you just can't talk about it yet.
I'm not. It's not something that I'm like openly gonna talk about. Yeah, I'll tell you off camera. It's nothing. It's not even. It's pretty public knowledge already. It's just
Okay.
I think the only reason you
I didn't know what it was. I just see it. And I'm
help.
like, are you allowed to talk about it yet? Okay,
I mean, they didn't say not to. I just don't want to.
that's fair.
It does bring curiosity only, and I know you don't want to speak on it, but it brings
Well,
curiosity.
honestly, it's more of a don't speak on it until it's actually happening.
That's what I'm
Finally,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
official.
Yeah.
It's,
That's what I'm saying. You can't talk about it yet.
But it does bring curiosity, like from somebody like from me, where like I like to pay attention to the people who I follow, like on social media, right? Typically, if I follow you, I honestly have a general interest in what you do. So when I see like something going on, I thought the same thing. Is something big happening here? And so that's what I was thinking. And so I'll be looking forward to see what does
I
come
mean, but
of it.
that's the cool thing about the internet, right? Because like it's something big. And don't get me wrong, this is big, but everything I do seems big. Like you know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Because it gets shine. It gets same thing with Davies. Everything he does is like larger than life, and that's the beauty of the internet that allows us to kind of paint the picture of ourselves for people to consume it and assume what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And
But I
that's-
think for us, like just me, I mean, I can't
Yeah,
speak
certain
for
stuff is normalized at this point. If you open up another business, it's Ricky
like
doing Ricky
Ricky's doing
shit.
another thing.
yeah. But I, and I can't speak for Kai.
It works both ways though. I make a post about Edgar's and it blows the fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
dog, like we're just gonna act like the whole city doesn't make fun of the fucking haircut.
Well, that's when everybody goes MIA with that. Everybody acts like, oh my God, like, I can't believe what he said.
But sometimes we feel like it's the whole city, but it's actually just our algorithm. The people that agree
Yeah.
like us, that think like us, and then maybe that's not representative of everybody else.
Yeah. That's fair. That's
But
fair.
let me ask you: do you? Because I know you joke, especially about your own subcultures and Mexican subcultures. We joke around each other, like me and you.
We
like
say some terrible-
We say terrible things to
terrible
each other.
shit.
That's man.
The group chat comes
Trust
and
me.
me and you are on like some federal.
Trust me, if anybody,
No,
if
we're
anybody,
gonna be on C-SPAN.
definitely get canceled for sure.
yo, if anybody has even a 2-minute conversation on the phone with Kai Phoenix,
Oh boy.
Fucking 60 seconds, man. If that.
it is cancel culture to the
Dog, but I
maximum.
fucking love that humor.
It's
why,
fucking
why,
great.
Why is it not okay to fucking love that type of humor? Dark humor,
it's just-
like
and that's where I was
racial,
going back to
but
with
it's
the,
like all that stuff. That's
not
us.
for
Like
everybody.
we grew up with that.
but that's where I was going back to with
He's
the comedy
black, I'm
thing.
brown, we can do
I
that.
think some of that dark humor is kind of being accepted again
Yo,
in a
I
way.
fucking love dark humor. I like.
Because
Yeah.
comedians they just straightforward. They're like, yo, there's some jokes that we don't think we can say out there no more. And now it's like, okay, if you're getting back to saying it, that's where you're drawing me back in.
But you know, of course, that's the American reaction. That's what we do. We don't like people telling us what to fucking do.
Exactly.
So, but also, fuck, I've lost what I was gonna say. Continue.
I'll say something. So the thing about the dark humor that I love, the reason why I love it is because it's real and it's also a way to cope. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I told Rima from Express News, I'm like, you know, off topic, off the interview, off record or whatever. I'm like, I have this sense of humor and I'm never gonna apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have this type of humor for every scenario, bad, good, in my entire life. When I lost my brother, right, like, the humor's pretty fucking dark. With me and my sister, and even my parents have done it once or twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just how you cope, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can joke about death because death is going to come for all of us.
I mean, I hate that it's cliche, but laughing so you don't cry is a thing.
Yeah.
But another thing that people fail to see, and you know, I've talked about this before, is that I think there are certain groups that don't understand the concept of being invisible, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're being laughed at or you're being joked upon, everybody's being joked upon, which means I see you. I could joke about you because I see you.
Yeah.
You don't really know what it's like to be invisible. You know what I'm saying? A homeless person knows what it's like to be, like their whole existence
is invisible.
To be invisible. You don't know what that's like for people that, like, you don't even exist.
Yeah.
Handicapped people or certain little people, just, you either freak them out or they act like you don't exist or you're just gestures for their entertainment.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like to be that. You don't know what it's like to be invisible.
No.
If people are joking about you, it's because they see you and you're part of the thing. Everybody gets joked about. If you refuse to get joked about, you might as well be invisible then.
Yeah.
We're going to leave you alone, but be invisible. So, you know, there's that too.
That's fair. Overall, though, like comedy-wise, though, you know, in closing, I guess to that, what are some of y'all's favorite comedians? Since y'all are fans of like, I know Bill Burr. Bill Burr is
Dave
like
Chappelle, Patrice O'Neal, Richard Pryor, George Carlin.
But what about for you,
I like
Ricky?
the thinkers. I'm the thinkers guy.
I have to say Bill Burr for sure. I just went completely blank. Who's the white guy with the long gray hair and the glasses? I just saw
long gray hair, glasses. Fuck.
I know you're talking about with the mullet.
Kind of got a mullet, not really. No, I saw him at the Majestic. I just went blank, man. But anyway, he's more of a dark humor type of comedian.
Is he the dude who talks kind of slow?
A little bit.
He has a podcast also?
Yes, he has a big podcast. Yeah.
Fuck. I know who you're talking about, but yeah.
I like all the thinkers.
Definitely.
I like all the thinkers. I like the philosopher comedians, the one that are like, well, he's not like funny. Like, yeah, because he makes you think, and that sucks because you can't do two things at the same fucking time.
Yeah, I love those, man. I love the long, boring, I like the long, boring stories that ramp up to, you know, it gets more engaging to me. It's like you're listening to it, you're thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the one dude that I like a lot. Again, I don't know why I forgot his name, but he's fucking hilarious, and I watch him all the time. But you know, like his wife or his partner, his girlfriend, a longtime girlfriend, basically wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, had passed. And like he did a whole fucking he took off like 6 months or a year or something like that, coke, and then came back and his whole set was like some shit that
Are you talking about Neil Brennan?
No, not Neil Brennan.
Oh, okay. Because I like Neil too.
Yeah, Neil
I
Brennan.
love him too.
Neil Brennan's funny.
Yeah,
he had
he's
his he was writer for Chappelle Show too, right?
He was
he's hilarious. I saw him in person too. But yeah, guys like that, man, like they're just fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? They're thinkers.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of comedy I like. You know what I mean? Because like in reality, most jokes come from hard truths.
Yeah, the comedian's
from
job,
pain.
The comedian's job
From
is
the truth, really.
Yeah.
You know?
I see everything that everybody sees, but I see it from like every fucking angle. And I'm gonna give it back to you.
Yeah.
Now you've seen it, but you've never thought about it like this.
Yeah.
And those are my favorite type of comedians. You're gonna state the obvious, but you're gonna give me every viewpoint.
Yeah.
And now it's like, some of that shit is challenging to me. Some of that shit you say like might hurt my feelings, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it also forces me to, am I being too sensitive and stuff like that? It challenges you. I like that shit. You're
Yeah.
making me laugh, but you also make me uncomfortable, and you make me think. Like it's an overall fucking experience.
You know, I like the fact that sometimes, especially when you hear like some of these comedians off mic or like technically on mic, but like in a different setting, whether it's like
Theo
podcast.
Von too.
Theo Von.
Theo
That's
Von.
what I thought you were talking
He's
about
more
at first.
stupid funny.
Yeah. He has his moments.
Mark Maron. That's what
I like Mark.
Mark Maron.
But Mark is like, I've had enough of your shit. Like he's burnout.
Yeah.
He's got no filter.
But they, I like that. Like when some of these comedians speak, it's like I think people forget that some of these are like really intelligent beings. You know, they're some of the smartest people you could ever meet.
The drawback to that is now we look to them to be the truth tellers because we can't trust nobody else.
Exactly.
So
That's
now
what I'm
they
saying.
get all
Comedy
the
is the
drawback
truth.
is because we're looking to them for answers, and they're supposed to be the clowns.
Yeah.
But now they're the truth tellers, and so they have to hold responsibilities that we should be putting on politicians.
Yeah.
But we put it on the comedians. So that's the drawback.
It's kind
to it.
of in my personal life. What I deal with it a little bit. I joke with my wife all the time because like she'll get stressed out on certain things like this whole Edgar thing, right? But then I told her and it kind of calmed her down a little bit, made her kind of think about it. I'm like, yo, like if a comedian said this shit that you like,
You would
right?
like it.
Like, and he got the negative thing, negative feedback from it. Like you think it's funny because a comedian said it, so why can't I say it?
Because it doesn't
You know what I'm
affect her
saying?
life. If a
No,
comedian
I
says
understand that. No, but in general, exactly, it doesn't affect her life, right?
That's true.
But she has warm. She's gotten thicker skin.
Yeah.
Being with me because like she knows like she
Anybody that's gonna be with us is gonna have
you
to.
have to.
But the plus side about what you went through is that, well, I get to see who's who and what's what, and that's cool.
I didn't even need to do this to see who's who and what's
yeah,
what.
but it gives you an opportunity to see how people operate.
Man, look, with the little dramas that I've had with people and stuff like that, with other business owners and stuff, like if I ever parted ways with somebody, is because I saw it coming anyway, right? And this whole mural thing kind of showed me already where that was. You know what I'm saying? Like where
that was rough.
It was already something that was in the back burner anyway. Like you know what I mean? Like breakups are funny, right? Because it'll show you a lot of the true feelings of what was there before, of what they've always felt. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like, why should I carry the dead weight? Why should I be the one to maintain the relationship, the business relationship, or give the effort, or give the support when the other person doesn't, or the other person doesn't see value in what we're providing or what we've done for them, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can show all the love in the world, but at the end of the day, like, those issues that they deal with deep down are eventually going to come out one way or another.
Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? So the breakup brings that out. You know what I mean? And because I've had to exit, business relations with people and still maintain friendships after. You know what I'm saying? And those are usually the more mature people. Like J-Boy commented on some shit or whatever. Like people don't know, and to put it out there was anything negative, but they were doing the hookah for us, right?
course.
At Camino for a good 6-8 months, something like that.
Shout to Jay's Hookah.
Yeah. And love the dude, man. Dude's been, a day one for me, you know what I'm saying? From that raw and everything like that before that, you know what I mean? But from fucking Paradise. I met that dude when I was 18. And anyway, his guys weren't doing the job. You know what I'm saying? He's busy. He's trying to expand his business. And the people that he was sending to El Camino were not showing up, not doing a good job, drinking and bringing in outside alcohol, things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look, not to put it out in a negative way anyway, because I love J-Boy. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Shit
but
happens.
the people, shit happens. The people that were working for him weren't doing right by him. And we had to part ways amicably. And he never once badmouthed me. He never once talked shit about me, and I never talked shit about him or anything that he was even doing a bad job, because he wasn't. It's hard to find good help. It's hard to find people.
It's hard to find people like that.
It's hard to find people that have the same work ethic as you. You know what I'm saying? Or even care about your business. The people that were working for him didn't care about his business as much as he did. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, part ways.
But sometimes the good thing is that in that situation you might have exposed it, and that helped.
Exactly. And then he doubled down on it, and he went and started doing more private parties and stopped focusing on bars, and his business grew, and he's good. And we're good. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing I would definitely like to shout him out, because like he's been like a brother to me for like the past 10 years. And just like the relationship he has with you, like I feel like I've learned from dude. We've of course he's kind of like us, where we could talk our shit, but he's also a man when it comes down to business. He wants to make sure he flourishes in the best way possible.
And he won't ever, and I do the same thing too. If I fuck up, I'll say that I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If J-Boy's, people fucked up, he'll acknowledge it and move on because that's what men do. You know what I'm saying? That's what adults do.
Right.
Women and men. You know what I'm saying? That's what adults do.
He's a rare breed though.
No, for sure. Good
and now, like, and I definitely want to shout him out because I know he's now into the real estate.
Yeah.
And I hope
Shout
he
out
succeeds in there.
Tombstone Thompson.
Tombstone Thompson, man, yo, that's an insider, yo. We shouldn't let that out, but it's too late now. But yeah, man, y'all find out soon enough. I'm pretty sure that story will get out.
But I'll say that's why those are the type of people that I value.
Yeah.
And guys like you, guys like Kai, like Ty. You know what I'm saying? All the people that I've kept in my circle for a very long time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we don't kick it every day, but when we see each other, it's like day one. You know what I'm saying? Like
Always,
it's all love. You know what I mean? But
that's how it should be.
Guys like J-Boy and guys like, Kai and you guys that I still, maintain communication with, hang out here and there and stuff like that is because it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's no back end drama, bullshit, talking shit, snake in the grass type vibes.
Yeah.
People that I've cut off and you see me ever have drama with is exactly that. When I had to fire my pitmaster and I helped him out, nobody knows that. I never talked about it that publicly, you know what I'm saying? To where I said was like, man, I actually gave this dude, 6 racks within the month after firing him just to help him stay on his feet and stay afloat.
Yeah, stay afloat.
You know what I'm saying? But then after he got that money, he comes out and bashes me publicly, talks shit about my mom. You know what I'm saying?
But you expect that.
Okay,
from
but you
somebody
expect that.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Who
somebody
ain't got
who-
no control.
Who's got? Yeah, he obviously the guy didn't really have good control over his personal life or his mental health. You know what I'm saying? So I expected that. But then other business people, right? Like the guy that I started the aroma truck with the HBO thing. Not many people know, but I fired him because he was stealing from me. You know what I'm saying? But everyone that he met after, and you have a conversation with me about, he'll probably tell you I'm a snake.
Yeah, he's gonna badmouth.
Or he's gonna badmouth.
It's always
me,
gonna be
right?
something negative. Yeah.
It's gonna be something negative. You know what I'm saying? The Texas front yard thing. Like, I have no ill will towards the dude. I don't have any feelings about him at all. I don't even think about him at all. But what I do think about is the shit being said outside. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of the social media stuff.
They had a moment to kick you when you were going through it.
Oh yeah, I already know. I heard they commented on the thing or whatever about the Edgar thing, and it's all good because guys like that, to me, aren't genuine. They're not real people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it showed when they were in the space. They came in January at Bessemer, and it was slow as shit because it's fucking freezing outside, right?
Yeah, of course.
And then instead of acknowledging that, hey, maybe we stepped into this space, leaving Marbach to come to a new food truck park, right?
Which hurt my feeling. Well, I mean, I was happy for him because that's my favorite food.
It was cool. Yeah, but, hey, it's a great food. They're a great, it's
Very
a great,
expensive.
well marketed business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you come in and then you start talking shit about the space and about the people in it, about the other food trucks, Bessemer is slow because these people don't have no hustle or because they're weak in their business and they don't want to push
only
it.
there for like a
They
split
were there for
second.
a week and a half. I'm like, how are you going to gauge an entire?
I couldn't believe it. I was
An
like,
entire
they just
move.
got there.
An entire move. You were in Marbach for years. You moved to a new space in the downtown area in the middle of January when it's freezing outside. And don't nobody want to go sit outside and have a food truck. You know what I'm saying? To where it's not going to be popping as you thought it was. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So what did they do? They go and they badmouth me. They badmouth the space. They badmouth everybody else and never take accountability to be like, hey, maybe things aren't working out right now because of the time of year and the fact that we've been in one place for a very long time and moved, and it's not going to be just a rocket ship going up. You know what I'm saying? From day one.
And I don't know the guys. I don't know anybody who do personal business with, but I do feel that like. Those things got to be taken into consideration. Like, what is the environment like? What is this time of year like? Like, is it a down time of the year that, things might slow down? And I don't know if it's a matter of people just liking, wanting to point fingers, not holding.
No, it's exactly that. To go back to what I'm saying is that, like, the majority of people, especially small business owners, and I say very small because our businesses are tiny in comparison to real small businesses that, like, have 100+ employees and things like that.
Course,
right? I'm
yeah.
getting bigger, but I'm still a small business, right? I'm not backed by major corporations or anything like that. You know what I mean? A lot of them, dude, they're just regular people, just like me and you. You know what I'm saying? They just, they got business, they have a business, and they have employees, and they're making money. But there's a lot of egos, and there's a lot of feelings and sensitivity, and honestly, just a lack of accountability on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fail, it's gonna be because I did something wrong, straight up. You know what I'm saying? If one of my businesses goes under, I don't blame the economy. There's elements like extreme heat and shitty weather, but at the end of the day, it's my responsibility to adapt and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just can't control those things. So when
Pandemic, all of that shit.
pandemic, all that stuff, right? Which we flourished in, you know. But when I see people like that, and I've had other run-ins with other business owners that are very similar, where they don't have that accountability for themselves, and they blame everybody else, it just shows me their true nature of who they are in general.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Of
That when
course.
shit gets rough, that you're never really going to be able to have that trust in them because they'll be the first ones to turn on you anyway.
And I like some of the stuff you say because, you know, as honest as you're trying to be, and, you know, and whether some people are going to like what you're saying today or not, I think this is a prime example of anybody who's going into this similar type of business or just trying to maintain a business in general. These are the type of shit, the things you got to encounter. And so I think the way you handle it, you know, like you said, you've helped certain individuals, whether it's financial wise so they can stay afloat, or, you know, whether you're giving advice or supporting them in any kind of way when they want to succeed. These are things that you choose to do that maybe not other business owners do.
No one does
you
that,
might go the, you know, the extra lengths that others won't.
And I'll say I probably won't do it anymore. I'm limiting now who has access to me and how much I'm involved with them.
Yes.
Because I'll do it when I feel like somebody really, really like I just see that light, like they're gonna blow the fuck up and they need that
Yeah.
they need that helping hand, right? But for the most part, honestly, it's blowing up on my face more than it's helped. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like you're going to fall back from it a bit?
I'm not gonna fall back. I'm always gonna be me. I'm always gonna be genuine. And I'm always gonna try and help. But you know, you can lead a horse to water. They got to drink it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, as a brother, here's what I wanted to press you about. Only because it goes against my personal ethos. So we were always going to have a conversation about it. When I see you, once you go through all of the bullshit and you're just like, man, I'm never going to change, man. I'm always going to be, like, I hate when people say that because, you know, my personal ethos is grow, shift, change. You know what I'm saying? Adapt. When you're going through a situation like that, I know that the natural instinct is, defiance and to put your dukes up and to fight back and what have you. But then afterwards, you're supposed to be like, all right, let me look at the results and assess, all right. You know what I'm saying? As far as, I just take an issue with, I always took issue with I'm never going to change. But like, nah, you're supposed to adapt. And
I
see
mean,
the
I've
playing field and
changed.
stuff.
I've changed since you've met me. I'm definitely
for sure.
I'm going to change, but there's certain things about me that I'm probably never going to change, and that's my personality. You know what I'm saying?
Certain
Like,
characteristics will
certain
stick.
characteristics will stay.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I never expect that, but that's the personal Rick. Rick is you're a different entity now. You're different things for different people. So in that aspect, I just was like, I don't really think that's the philosophy to have in that aspect.
Maybe you're right.
As a multiple business owner, you can't tell them, I'm never going to change. I'm like, nah. Everybody should learn from the shit that they go through.
So do you
to
think I
produce
should have
better.
apologized?
No, and as a matter of fact, I specifically said, do not apologize.
Fuck no.
You say, hey man, I didn't want nobody to get hurt. I was just joking around.
Yeah.
Because you're not sorry, so it's disingenuous and you're not a really good liar. Anyways, because you're a genuine person. So if you would have apologized, it would have looked like Diddy fucking apologizing. That shit ain't real. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say apologize. What I would say is not ever say, well, I'm not going to change. You always got to assess what went wrong and how and do shit differently and what have you. As a personality type, behind the scenes with us, you already know. Your personality is going to be your personality. But it's like, I never want to go through that fucking bullshit again.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
What do you think? Your thoughts? Clearly you disagree.
I don't disagree. I just don't care.
At least he's honest about it.
No, but that's what we do.
Dog, like
Yeah.
life ain't that serious.
That's what
You
we
know what I'm
do.
saying? Life is not that serious. Like in a year from now, no one's gonna remember this, and when I'm gone, no one's gonna remember this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get you.
Like it's not important.
I get you.
It's a flash in the pan. It's a moment in time. and
Hopefully,
that's it.
yeah.
Hopefully,
I just
imagine.
never want to give.
Imagine whenever I die that this is like the headline. The banner of the Edgar haircut.
Scandalous business owner.
business owner, nefarious impresario. But nah, if I build something up, I never want to give, because what you did see is people that were willing to pile on to when you were going through something. So clearly you got enemies, and you know you got enemies. I'm never going to give them ammo to try to take something away from me that I built.
Anyone who succeeds though will have enemies.
I'm going to adjust my.
Yeah, you always have enemies.
I'm going to
People-
adjust.
Those
Yeah,
don't-
sure, but
they don't go nowhere.
But you know what? You can have a tactic against me, and if that tactic fails, you'll never get that off on me again. Never. You'll never be able to hurt me or try to get.
But
at
that's
me
the thing. The
same way.
tactic failed. What did they win? They spent money on a mural
I got
that didn't do shit.
I got
that
you.
people clowned. The majority of the city fucking clowned the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a stupid ass mural.
So now I know I got people.
but you know what? I'm
who are-
doing off of that.
Exactly what they're doing right now. Now it's the cow. They're trying to get something. They're trying to get something.
They'll find something
Yeah.
eventually.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something that'll stick. So it's like, oh, I'm not gonna give you that. I'm not gonna give you the
You know how
animal
you beat
to
it?
kill me with.
You know how you beat it?
I know plenty of ways to beat it.
You just turn it off. That's it.
Yeah.
It ain't real. It's not. It don't mean nothing.
It's,
I agree.
It's the
Because
net.
the one thing that I like, and I'm gonna be a little careful with it because obviously like it can get dangerous as far as like my own personal brand and stuff like that. But the one thing it showed me is, like I said, it shows who's who hates you, who loves you. The people that love you even more. You know what I'm saying? I had messages, dude, dozens and dozens of messages, be like, "Yo, you're my favorite business owner in the fucking world right now. Like, thank you for not apologizing and fucking yielding to the sensitive cancel culture mob." And cool, it didn't really get to my head, but what I'm
Yeah.
getting at is that the people that love you will love you more, right? The people that knew you were joking love it even more that you can speak your mind.
They
and not
love
be,
it. They love it because it supports their narrative and their cause. The
Of course.
moment you do something else is
Of course,
when they're
but,
gonna talk.
but you can take that example into any other scenario.
True.
Right? What authors do you love, and why do you love
But that's
them?
what I'm saying. Like I ain't gonna read into that love because I know you like what I did because it feeds into your angle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that.
But as soon as I do anything that may benefit something that you don't like, you'll
Yeah.
turn into one of these other people that is searching my shit. You're gonna be shooting
Oh, exactly.
the fucking Bud Light cans as soon as you get a chance to. You'll be
Yeah.
burning my jerseys and then celebrating when I come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want your love
And what,
either.
and what happened to
The-
Kid Rock after the Bud Light thing? He's good.
I wouldn't say he's good, but he
Well,
just,
I mean, I'm not. It's stupid, but I'm just saying, like, it's a stupid topic, right? But like, life isn't
He's a
that
joke.
serious. He's
Yeah.
a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a joke. It was a stupid moment in time. Was it offensive? Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it doesn't matter, man. The world, there's something else to be outraged about next week.
I agree.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
agree.
there's more important shit going on in the world, and this shit is just a fucking joke.
Well, it's like it's an old example that I tend to use more often than not. Than whenever this kind of topic comes up, is that the things that we talk about, we concern ourselves with here, is shit that sometimes other places are like, yo, we got real problems over here. Like, let's say
Facts.
a country's at war right
Nah,
now,
that's
right?
facts.
And they'll be like, yo, but Americans, they're just over there complaining about which restrooms to use.
Facts.
And I'm like, yeah, I guess we do complain about things that shouldn't be problematic. They should be
First
pretty.
world problems. First world problems.
Yeah. And so, it's just shit like that. But at the end of the day, like I personally, just knowing you,
But that's the crazy side about it, and because obviously, like I'm in the space, right? I have one in the LGBTQ community, right? Like they're not the ones complaining about it.
No.
of course
It's
not.
the news making it out to be, a problematic thing, and then you'll just get internet opinions.
But it's
and stuff
it's
like that.
never the actual group.
No, it's never
It's
the
people
group
who
that's
feel
never-
they need to
Yeah.
speak for that group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
They
you see
also
that
can
in
attest, but they also
everything.
can assess
It's
power.
everything, man.
and
It's
change
everything.
the narrative as
the
well.
Edgar thing, like the UTSA Latinx instructor to have an opinion to call me, a white supremacist or doing the work of white supremacy. I'm like, they're not even of the culture. They're outsiders looking in,
Yeah.
and they have an opinion on something that they know nothing about.
Yeah. That's fair.
One said that the Edgar was a working class family haircut.
Yo,
Thank you. Thank you.
What?
Dog, like, yeah.
They said that?
They said that
That's
the Edgar.
crazy, yo.
The UTSA instructor professor said that the Edgar is the haircut of the working class Latino.
No, I've never seen that. Nah.
Like,
like-
where you from? Where you from?
You know what?
You from
Look,
Helotes?
I'll just say this though, because I won't. You could get whatever haircut you want. You could dress how you want, act how you want. I don't really give a fuck. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, that don't make something out to be, something else that is not.
That is not.
Because that's not the case. Come on now. I have never seen that in the workplace. You know what I'm saying? But I will say overall though, just because we're here now, and I know the last time you were here on the show, which was a little over a year ago, You had Bessemer had just opened up. You had El Camino, but now we have Perfect Tender.
Yeah.
New business. And I wanted to point this out a while back. Unfortunately, like with scheduling, we weren't able to get here as soon as possible. But like I will say, I went to go try this, and I like to, I'm a foodie, so I like to make sure I
Greedy fat motherfucker.
look, bro. Just because you made some gains and you're concerned now,
come on,
and you want to get back in the gym,
come on, man.
Don't take it out on me, man.
Don't bring it over here.
Just because I'm slim fat. Calm down.
You're scat. You're finny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. But I will say that the food that I've tried there is fantastic.
I heard y'all got y'all ass kicked the other day.
And business is
terrible.
wild.
Terrible.
Oh, explain this.
Having to shut down because y'all got y'all ass kicked. Y'all must have had a crazy.
Had to shut down for 4 days.
That's crazy. Bro.
That's nuts. And y'all had some upgrades.
Yeah,
I've
and we
seen.
got some new equipment, man. Cruising Kitchens came through and helped me out. It's still not active yet. We're gonna get everything wrapped up here soon, but
Work in progress. Yeah.
More equipment to help us handle the volume. More staff. We got way more staff on. It's good, man. Like it's a good start to the business. I hope that it continues, and I'm gonna do my best to keep it alive and make it successful.
It's a beautiful setup, to be honest. Like, I took my family there.
It's nice.
I remember I messaged you. We talked about that a little bit. So I took my family there just to, we can enjoy the food.
I'm excited for sports season. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, though, I kind of went hesitant because, a lot of people say, when they start new food places or whatever,
Give it a month.
Somebody could say, oh, it's great. And then it's like, it ain't it.
You got to give it a couple months for them to work out the kinks. There's any place,
good
man.
watching the fight there.
No,
let's
put that aside.
All that stuff,
let's put that aside. I got there early. It was early enough to where we could be serviced
Nobody
quickly.
fucking believes that, by the way. Nobody. I got there early.
I did get there early. Earlier than usual.
Okay.
Earlier than usual. I took my family there. We were able to order. Everything was in good timing. And the family loved the food. The kids loved the food. And I was like...
Shout out to Penny, because Penelope fucking rocked.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that y'all had the pool table in there. To me, I'm already sold. I'm like, I got to come back now.
You really want to go to another pool table? You almost got killed over one.
At that same place.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, too.
Do you know this story?
But you got gun pulled out on you?
No, I'll make it brief because I told there's a whole video on this story, right? So there was a time where before the business that used to be there, it was a bar, obviously. And, I used to be one of the spots I hung out at. Well, I pick and chose my days where I usually go. Certain days it's like, it's a little more on the violent side, so I don't go those days.
What kind of haircuts they got?
That's a good question. That's a good question. They were wearing hats this day.
The way that you were talking, I know it was bald heads. I know they were short.
Okay.
It looked like Marbach Riders. I don't know.
Yeah,
it could be. But there was basically, long story short, I called next for the game, to play the gentlemen that were there at the time. And somehow, some way, shit went left. And I ended up being surrounded by like a good
That motherfucker
5 or
said,
6 people.
What have you done? That's the funniest shit ever.
And my people who I was with, who were going to play too,
They disappeared
They had
like
all
some
went
ninjas.
for to re-up on drinks. And it was so crowded this day that I already knew it was going to take them a hot minute to get back from getting drinks. So I'm like, I am right now surrounded by myself by a whole bunch of a whole crew. I don't really know what they were, to be honest.
Vatos.
They were vatos.
Okay.
There were some vatos.
The bald-headed ones?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some had
Head
some hair.
tattoos?
I think the one that said, do you know what you've done?
I would have paid money just to see your face.
And you fucked up our game. When he told me that, I think he was bald.
Mm-hmm.
And he might have had some dickies on.
Oh, man. That's my people.
Your people.
Those are, that's me back in
For
the day.
sure.
The Ortiz crew was in the building.
Yeah, that was me back in the day.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so, and you know what?
He had the dumb bangs, too.
You had the bangs?
I had the bangs too.
Oh,
and
you
then,
were
and then I had the skin bald head for a while
He
too.
had the, what's his name that fought Oscar De La Hoya? Come on, man, help me. His greatest rival. I hate when I go blank.
His greatest rival.
Yeah. Oscar De La Hoya.
His
Remember
greatest
you're not
rival?
Mexican enough. You know what I'm talking about.
Fuck yes, I know who you're talking about.
God, I hate
Camacho?
when I go blank.
No.
Nah, it wasn't Camacho.
No, that's not it. No.
I hate when I go blank. But
fuck his
anyway.
name?
He'll come back to you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, as I told the guys, I was like, you know what? In this moment, in a different moment, a different situation, I might have handled it different. At this point, I was like, I'm here now, standing my ground. and what y'all want to do next is where we're going to go from here. And that was the day where I played the most ultimate game of pool I've ever played in my life.
Playing for your fucking life.
Was it like when Uncle Phil busted out Lucille?
It was just like that, except I didn't have Lucille.
He had Janice.
Yo, I had whatever their pool sticks names were over there. That's all I had to work with, and
Pedro.
I just never beat that ass in pool like
Then you
I
had to
ever
play him
did.
again.
And then they wanted to run it back, and I felt like I didn't really have an option at this point.
No, it wasn't. It was like,
Was it for money?
Fuck no, it was for his life.
I'm thinking it was for my life.
Yeah, because
at
I've
this point.
been in the hood and got into a couple altercations once or twice over pool, over money, and Ty will tell you because I used to beat his ass this way too. But I used to be a fucking shark. I mean, I literally taught Ty how to play pool, and then I put him on this mission in life to be a great pool player, and I can't beat him because he lives on a pool table.
lives that shit.
Yeah, he lives that shit.
Especially during the pandemic.
But pre-2015, I was a fucking shark, right? And I used to go into tournaments and go to pool halls or just go to good spots.
Really?
And play old dudes for money. Yeah,
That's a whole detail I didn't know about you.
I used to beat them in pool with like one-handed shots.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like super disrespectful. And I had one dude try to come at me. He's like, dog, he's like, why are you disrespecting me like that? I'm like, what you mean? He's like, shooting one-handed like that, and you beat me.
Don't show
He's
me
like-
up.
He's like, that ain't cool, dog. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, look, man, I'm just playing. It's like if you have a problem with it, like
We can
I don't know
go.
what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But give me your money.
Yeah. You still owe me the money you
You
lost.
still owe me the money,
I'll take
yeah.
I'll take
But
that.
yeah, I used to be super disrespectful with the pool. I still do. I still got a good one-handed shot.
And the crazy part is, I figure I'm a casual pool player, but I felt like in that moment there was like anger, defense, maybe a play for my life. I don't know.
Yeah, because after they leave,
And my gameplay
It's like,
was
yo.
next level that day or that night in particular.
they're gonna be
And-
waiting on you in the parking lot.
Well, that's what I thought too. I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, we'll stay in here, finish our games after they leave because they gave up the table afterward.
Yeah.
And a win is a win. Even though we were supposed to play one game, I was like, I guess they wanted a 2 for 3, and got whooped worse the second time around. And they left, and I was like, well, worst case scenario, we could get stabbed in the parking lot,
Yep.
shot. They look like they carry,
You'd be
so
all
But at the end of the day, we survived, made it home, and after that, I think that was the end of that place.
I don't do that shit no more though, man. I'm married and I got kids, so I can't really be kicking it in the pool halls like that and going and play. But still got it in me.
Yeah, no, you know what? I will say this because a lot of people I know personally, you, J-Boy, Kai, and a few others.
Oh, I'm terrible at pool, by the way. Terrible.
No, I'm moving aside from the pool. I don't believe you play good pool at all.
Okay.
I don't know why. I feel like you just live in house and you're just a good book writer.
All right.
That's it, maybe.
Fair.
And that's even that's questionable.
What do you think I'll be doing, dog? Just chilling?
I don't know, man. Stick to rapping.
Oh wow. I'm
Even
really good at
that's
that.
questionable because some people just were outdoing
it's
you.
So, no.
I mean,
stop playing with me. Like that.
Taiwan give you a run for your money.
Run for your money. Everybody runs for their
what?
money. The
In-
thing they caught, they get.
And rapping.
Oh yeah.
Entry gives you a run for your money.
Run for money. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't,
Actually, Skrills and Mozzie had said that you were incredible this last go around. I haven't heard it yet though.
Coming soon, sir.
I haven't heard it yet either.
Coming soon, sir.
Yeah, but
Me and Ty did
but I
the
will
same
say, pointing out you guys because y'all are married. Y'all look like y'all
We're
have
not
like
married.
amazing. Not together.
Might as well.
Might as well. Y'all spend enough time with each other, I think. But y'all look like y'all have like great families. Y'all take care of your families, and that's one thing I like to point out. That's one thing I respect a lot about people that I keep in my circle. Me and Kai have said many times, people who can't take care of their own, take care of their kids, or don't fuck with their kids, we can't fuck with them.
That goes back to what I was saying about the type of people that I keep around me that I do business with. People that drink too much, that want to treat their businesses like it's their own bar, or want to treat my businesses like their own personal bar.
Yeah.
That overstep those boundaries or talk shit about other business owners that they work with and are just full of drama. Honestly, everybody that I've ever asked to leave from El Camino or has left, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them stem from that. Not every single one of them. Sometimes they just move on and it is what it is.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
But, some people, man, they can't let the lowest part of their personality go. It goes with them all throughout life, no matter how much success they find.
Yeah, their
They'll always have-
worst qualities.
Their worst qualities will always bring them down. You know what I'm saying? And they'll bring you down along with them. So I
Well, they
share that-
only, and that's deep.
No,
that
it is.
that
yeah.
you only worked on your hustle, you only worked on your business, but you didn't work on yourself.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's fucking terrible.
All the jokes and all the bullshit aside, man, I know deep down that I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? And all the shit that you know, the shit you read on about the news articles about the Edgar shit, it's all a joke to me. It's just clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Because I know who I've helped. I know what I've done for the community. I know that there are countless. I don't even know how many people I've helped, and I don't even keep track. But it's in the hundreds.
That's why.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I wanted to press him on that issue, is because I'm literally looking at evolution. I seen it. So for evolution to say, I'll never change, but like, Rick, that's what you do.
I'm never going to change who I am as far as humor goes. That's what I meant.
Yeah, and
That's what I
even
meant. It's
not
and,
funny.
and even if he's not acknowledging that at the moment, we still see what he's doing, and that's really what matters.
That's
at the
why I
end of the day.
say it's subjective, but you watch
Because anybody can talk shit about you and say whatever they want about you, and they will never do not even a third of what you've done.
No.
Even a fucking tenth, man.
And yeah, even that. And so, you know, that's why, like, you guys being family people, being about your business, like, those are things I respect. And I just want to salute both of y'all on,
I appreciate
on
you,
the shit
man.
that y'all do.
And I really appreciate that because I share the same sentiment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all my friends, I don't think I have a single friend that's a deadbeat dad. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like a bum ass dad.
I couldn't hang out with a deadbeat
Can't
dad.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I just can't do it, man. When I see, you know, grown men that have kids and they're out with the boys drinking every weekend, like, to me, that's clown shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you're a sucker because you can't separate your own bad habits or even
Your own fun and pleasures.
your own fun pleasures or your addictions.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't separate those things to take care of your family.
At least come to the house.
And taking care of your family isn't a money thing. I'm talking about like being present. You know what I'm saying? Being present,
Yeah.
and being in those kids, being in your kids' lives or your partner's life or your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. You rather go out and kick it with the boys at least once or twice a week than be a homebody and making memories with your family. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Or like, you know, using people and all this stuff, man. It's just like I see all sorts of behavior like that around, you know, people that I've worked with or people that I would refuse to do business with, because to me it's just like, it goes back to what I said, is like that's always going to be there. So if you do business with those types of people or you allow them into your life for friendship, eventually that's going to come out and it's either going to bring you down or get you sucked into their shit with them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? And we pointed out several times, like, some of these people with these characteristics, right? I can only name one person who's ever looked out in the best interest for me, where they knew their life was going downhill or they were in a bad place, and they exited my life because of their decision making.
Yeah, that's deep.
And then, you know, that was one of my best friends growing up.
Yeah.
And when I noticed that and I heard that from him, because, like, he got into some shit, some things happened to him. Not gonna say what that was, you know, because he was always a good dude to me. But his exit, I was like, I felt bad about it. Because, you know, at first, you know, you're just thinking about, like, all the negative shit. Be like, oh, come on, man, get your shit together. But when they kind of explain it to you, they're like, they already understand where they're at. And they're gonna exit for the betterment of you. I was like, bro, that hit me different.
That's real rare though. That's real rare.
Super rare. Super rare.
Ain't
People
a
don't really
lot of
have
that
that
going.
ability.
And I hope he's doing all right. Last I checked, that wasn't the case. But hey, you know, shit happens, and it's different when somebody understands that, the place they're in. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, good wishes to him and his family. I just wanted to point that out because that kind of just reminded me about that right now.
No, man, it's deep. You know what I'm saying? And that's real life shit. I mean, that's what you should always, you know, it's good that you admire that. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That you think of me like that. But you should always keep that because it'll help you go further in life, not just in friendships,
sure.
but in business too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know, integrity and morals, as much as we joke and much dark humor as we have and things that we say that people might find offensive, like I said, man, I'm a good dude at heart.
Watch what I do.
And just watch what I do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Watch my intentions.
That's all you can do. But anyway, before, not going to keep you anymore. No, you're a busy guy. Anything you want the people to know? I know you got a lot of shit,
Get a
actually.
haircut? No, it's fucking-
Oh, God damn.
Nah, man. Just, you know, I appreciate you having me on, man. You know, we got to do something at Perfect Tender soon and get in the spot or whatever. You know, be on the lookout for the businesses that I got. Know that when you support one of my businesses, you're supporting local, small,
Of course.
independently owned business. You know what I'm saying? You're helping out the local economy. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue doing my thing, man. I'm going to keep trying to be a good influence in the community with the humor aside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still continue to give back, help people out.
Yeah.
You know, donate, fucking be active in the community, mentor people, you know, help people find their way. And if I can, you know, be a part of that, then cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a big up my bro. We gotta get Star on Hunger for More, because he's really given a I watched him, especially with me. He's really given people a platform to be able to get out their truth, get out their message. But he created a platform in a way that we can dialogue differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The thing that I want,
the whole formula is not an interview thing. You're gonna come here, you're gonna become a cousin, and we're gonna talk about some shit. We're gonna explore some stuff. We're gonna have a lot of good times. But he created an atmosphere in an ecosystem that's good for like artists to, and all these different interesting people,
creatives and business owners, entrepreneurs in general. Yeah.
And for me to want to be a part of this shit is like, that's got to be a part of it, dog. I need an atmosphere and ecosystem for people to, we're not going to just be interviewing you, dog. We want to bring out the best parts and allow you to express yourself and bring out different parts of yourself.
I think it was real important for me when I started that podcast, and, you know, it hasn't really taken off yet, but I feel like it could, you know what I'm saying? Especially with consistency, is that, you know, and Skrill's really helped me, like, shout out to Skrill, man, but, you know, he's really helping me bring my vision to life, and he's adding on value to it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find people to interview. You know what I mean? It's just like scheduling, timing, all that stuff.
Of course.
Right? But the one thing that I didn't want to do was be another hustle bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not easy, man. Like, waking up at 4 a.m. doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire. Making your bed doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking hard to be in business, to be or even just to be a professional, man, to have a career, just to be a dad. Like, everything's hard.
You can't even trust those dudes, because, all right, what am I selling you? You're selling a lifestyle,
real,
but like the lifestyle of a true entrepreneur fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
You may get a monetary gain, but they're gonna tell you, let me tell you what I've lost. Let me tell you what I missed out on.
Oh, and I said it to you many times. I said, yo, I love what the success and what you see on the outside, like what Ricky does, like with these businesses. Because, I mean, we see the posts all the time. Like and not only that, I credit you to all the marketing y'all do for all the videos. And I don't know if the businesses themselves, like, you know, whether it's the trucks or whatever, are doing their own videos.
I'm starting to get people in place to help with it.
But it's dope to see. And that part I see as being very consistent. I'm just like, yo, I love what it does, but god damn, that life's got to be stressful.
It's extremely stressful, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the hardest things to do. I mean, straight up. I can't really think of too many other things that could be as stressful, except for maybe being like a single parent, single mom, like with no help type thing. That's got to be a whole, like, when I see, you know, being a dad and seeing what it takes to raise a family, I actually do have a lot more empathy for single moms. You know what I'm saying?
Of
don't
course.
have the help, and they're dealing with that. Yep. That's why that goes back to the thing with, like, I don't like fucking with dudes that on business that don't take care of their family, because you might be a daddy, right? You might be a biological father, but if you're not actively,
that don't mean you're a dad.
If you're not just supporting your kids, with money, but by time and help and presence and all that stuff, and raising your children with your partner, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want you around me? You know what I mean? If you can't give those people that you say you love the time of day, you know what I'm saying? When you'd rather be out with the homies kicking it and go out and partying and buying bottles and fucking spending stupid money on other bullshit. You know what I mean?
But their kids don't got the shoes for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That single parent life is.
So I think it's in that realm. Like, with as many businesses that I have, as many employees that I have, and as many bills that I have, is that it's fucking stressful.
I could imagine.
And the whole reason for the Hunger for More podcast was really just to talk about that shit, man. Like, I deal with depression. I deal with where I don't want to get out of bed sometimes. I don't want to fucking, do shit. I don't have the energy or the mental focus to even deal with anything, but I have to. You know what I'm saying?
It's part of what you do.
And that's real life shit for a lot of business owners, and you don't really see that. The internet is a highlight reel. You only see the good. That's it.
Facts. What I don't envy is I would never want to be in a place where it's like, you gamble, and I know there's been multiple times where you were way too close for comfort to losing it all. I don't want to be in that position. I know how to roll in the punches, but I'm not, I don't want to be in that position, especially at this age with people that are dependent on you. That gamble where it's like, all right, I'm here, I'm almost losing. I know I'll be able to recover, but I don't want to be anywhere close to that anymore.
The one thing that helps me, even in the hardest times, is that I know that if I lost it all tomorrow, I'm very, almost 100% confident that my wife would be by my side. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like
That's important,
she
support
would
system.
hold it down, and she might be stressed as fuck, and,
but she
and there,
trusts
might, and
in
there
your
might be
ability
some
to get it
pain and
back,
some tears and some stress, but I know that we'd be good because we've been through some really difficult shit. And yes, I've been on the brink of losing it many times. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like in the last 4 years, it's been a very big roller coaster. And honestly, it's been a roller coaster because of my own ambitions to
Yeah.
do more.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, it's a reality check to where I am wanting to scale back a little bit and fine tune and just focus on what I got going on and not go so big on other things. I'm still going to take on projects. I'm still going to consult. I'm still going to be part of other things, but I'm going to be more careful about my own liabilities, right?
Of course,
the money
yeah.
that I put in and stuff like that, having a nest egg, all that stuff. Because, dude, I see it all the time, man. Like I talk to other business owners and it's like, they're 2 weeks away from losing it all.
Bro, I recently had to, last year, towards the end of last year, we had to go through some belt tightening. That is an uncomfortable feeling, bro. I don't want to be in that position.
I mean, it's even like things that you don't have to be a business owner to experience shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, like example, like some shit goes wrong at the house, you know, and you got to replace certain shit.
You're like one car fuck up away.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And every time a fuck up happens, it's usually like
The worst
everything
fucking
trickles
possible.
down.
Yeah,
it's like
it's the worst
it could be
possible
your
time.
AC,
bro.
and
Dog,
then all
I
of a
got
sudden your
two
water.
ACs broken right now.
It's all good till it's not. And then you're
Yeah.
reminded of like, dog, I don't want to be in this position, bro.
It's stressful as fuck, and when it's hard, it makes you want to kill yourself straight up. Like that's how.
Nah, that's real talk.
That's how hard it can get. The thought of suicide comes
Like
often.
all this could just go away.
I'm not saying that I'm going to or anything like that. I'm just
No,
saying
but
that
it's a
the
reality.
The pain and the feelings that you deal with as a business owner that has built so much into the public eye that you're just this dude that's just making a fuck ton of money. That's just the highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? When you actually go through the things that we've been through, that other people have been through, other business owners that are on the brink of losing it all, it's crazy, man. It's not like the internet ain't shit. It don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I've almost lost it all multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a week away from not paying payroll or not being able to pay the rent. You know what I mean? And again, the learning lessons from that is like trying to grow big too fast.
Yeah.
Right. And now I'm trying to scale back, and I'm gonna hopefully get through it, and I think we'll be okay. You know what I mean? But that's the real life shit, and that's the whole point of the Hunger for More podcast, is that I wanted to create an environment where people could talk about
real.
the real shit that you go through to get there, because it's not all, hey, look at me, I sell fucking 30 cars a month and I'm the best top seller at my delership, or I'm this big entrepreneur that has fucking 4 businesses and 75 employees. I'm like, nah, man, I got 4 businesses, I got a shit ton of bills, and when shit gets rough, it's fucking hard.
That's what I would say.
That's the part a lot of people don't talk about
For
either.
anybody that feels like, that fucking suicide thing is a stretch, have more than 10 people that depend on you for like their livelihood, and then you get to the brink. And then everybody's life is gonna be messed up because it
Usually-
make me want to fucking. I
don't
don't even want to be here no more.
Too dark in it, man. But it is now I understand why, like suicide rates are high with certain groups. You know what I'm saying? With like entrepreneurs, or like you always hear like dentists have high suicide rate because the amount of debt,
that's
the
great.
amount of debt that they take on to do their business, and then they can never pay it off, and they're drowning in debt. Debt is not just financially stressful. It's like your entire life is stressed.
It's
you know what I'm
expensive
saying?
to
Especially
be-
when you got
yeah.
kids to take care of, and their whole future and their whole life. Like that amount of pressure, like you said, if you got more than 10 people, if you got more than 5 people that you got that you're responsible for their entire life, it's hard, man. And I got
fuck their whole
and I got
lives up.
60 plus. You know what I'm saying? So
It makes you not want to be here, but like I can't look these people in the eye right now.
yeah.
It fast, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm glad you touched base on that though, because some people who, I mean, it goes back to what we were saying, how like, you know, the deadbeats, where they're not responsible for certain things, and you know, they don't think about like those kind of heartaches, because people don't really talk about that.
Yeah.
they don't discuss that part of it, the whole thing. So
Because of the internet, what it is today, it's like everything's just a highlight reel. Nobody's gonna want to talk about the hard parts about being a business owner or anything like that, right? They only want to show you the success, and that's what people like to highlight, and that's okay.
For sure.
But it's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because and to take that to go deeper into that, if you look at the people, the entrepreneurs that you follow that you actually like the Gary V's and the people like that, they talk about the real life shit, and that's what people gravitate towards because it's more authentic, it's more genuine.
Of course.
They don't give you the fluffed up version, you know what I'm saying, the glittery fluffed up version that's all pretty and stuff. They talk about the real difficult shit that they go through, or
That we all can relate to.
that we all can relate to. You know
And that's
what
the
I
good thing about your new show is that that's what can be expressed when you speak to these business owners or whatever business they're in. That's the idea of your show, where you can talk about these things that maybe don't necessarily get discussed.
That's why I could never really tune in to people who sell you a lifestyle. Really, the best part about being a successful entrepreneur is that there are aspects of my life that I no longer have to worry about. That's it. Like, that's the glamour part. You know what I'm saying? If I'm financially secure, there's still drawbacks to that, but there are some things that I no longer have to worry about if I have more than 4 or 3 sources of income that are coming whether I go to work or not.
For sure.
Other than that, it's just the more that I get, the more stresses I'm going to get. You know what I'm saying? I get plenty of money, but that may affect my kids because they get too, you know what I'm saying, entitled to everything affects everything. The only good part is that I am freer to pursue the fullest potential of my life.
Yeah.
The glamour shit trying to sell me on a lifestyle is not true. It's already fabricated.
Yeah.
I tell, don't sell me, man. Just tell me everything and let me decide for myself.
For sure. Well, Ricky, man, hey, once again, thank you for coming on to the show again.
Appreciate you.
Always.
Hopefully we get to do this again. I don't know what the next thing is that you're gonna have. I feel like
But we'll be there.
I feel like a lot happened just in a year, and it's just I don't know what's gonna happen just in the next 6 months. But I'm excited to see it. Just with the holy smoke that news coming about. I'm excited about that.
Greedy fat fucker. All the
No,
shit you're
man.
doing, and now all I can think about is barbecue.
Yo, it benefits me.
Can't wait for you to bring the cow gooch back. Fuck your other
Yo,
businesses.
you need to relax, bro.
All right.
Nah, man, but Ricky, thank you again for coming on to the show. Kai,
sir.
welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, man, this is episode 317 of the CSP.
Rick.